Welcome back, everyone. Well, I'm at one of my favorite stores here, Cabela's, Bass Pro Shops, and I'm doing a little bit of Christmas shopping and looking for some new sunglasses for me. Today's show, I want to talk to you a bit about my laser eye surgery. I'm 7 years out from my laser eye surgery. How's it going? Let's get into it. It looks like at the Cabela's Bass Pro Shops today, we've got up to 50% off some sunglasses. So Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, they have a glasses area, like for sunglasses and stuff at the front of the store. It's we've got lots of really high-end sunglasses, so let's take a look. I'm looking for something for the winter when the sun is out and the snow is really, bright and it's like really blinding out. So I've got my eye on a pair of Oakleys. Let's take a look. All right, what do we think? Fit check. Yeah, I love these. They really block out a lot of the light, which I like, but it's not too bad. It sort of keeps the colors fairly neutral and stuff like that. It's not like orange color or other odd colors to it. So I'm really happy with these. I'll be using them, when I'm out in the ice doing some ice fishing and stuff. Got some other gear, which I'll show you in a future video next month. But yeah, I'm liking these Oakleys, and you can't beat it. 30% off. So lots of good Black Friday deals out there right now. So go on and check it out. I'm gonna go home, make myself a cup of coffee, and we'll talk about how my eyes are doing. Of course, I did not come home empty-handed. My little buddy has a treat from Cabela's. It's a cute little bear. It's like one of those roadkill ones that doesn't have any stuffing in it. Oh, give me a minute here. We're going to take this out of the packaging first. He just had his hair cut today. I think he looks pretty good. He's very depressed because he's a little shorter than he's used to. But yeah, I think they kind of look the same, don't you? Yeah, so it's just like this. It's a crinkly noise, but there's no squeaker to be swallowed or anything, and no eyeballs that are stuck on that are glass or anything. So yeah, this is cute. Looks just like you. Well, back home and delayed the video till the weather got a little nicer out there today. Oh man, it is lovely this November. We've been super spoiled.
So yeah, it's been almost 8 years. I had the eye surgery done when I was 2017 actually, so it's been a while. And yeah, so let's talk about how I'm doing right now. Also picked up some shawarma. Does anybody else know what shawarma is? It's like a nice hot Lebanese sandwich wrap with like chicken and veg and stuff like that in there. So delicious. So give me for a second. Very good. Right, just finished that shawarma. Didn't think you wanted to watch me eat that. Yeah, so almost 8 years ago, I got the PRK surgery. It's basically where they remodel the surface of my eye so that I can see distance better. I was really nearsighted. I could only really see as far as, my hand was away from my head. So it's been really awesome over the years being able to wake up and kind of see everything. It is amazing. It was so worth it for me to do the surgery. The recovery period was intense. If you guys go back to my previous videos on this, you're extremely sensitive to light, and the glasses I just got, these Oakleys, remind me very much of the glasses that I got post-operatively, because they did not let light in anywhere. It was like these big black glasses that they gave me, not as nice as these obviously, to help protect my eyes during recovery. They had like limo tint basically, because they're super light sensitive for a while, not just a week or two post-op. It's a little bit longer than that. And because we did the surgery or procedure in the wintertime, it was really difficult because the snow was really glary, so it was uncomfortable, but really well worth the surgery. So I'd say for about 3 years, the procedure was like super successful. I was seeing better than you normally would. Like normally you're 20/20 and I was 15/20. So basically I could see really well. But at the 3-year mark, I started noticing just little bits of changes, especially in lower lighting conditions where I didn't seem to have the detail of some of the letters on street signs, for example. So I found out that, I still was seeing 20/20. I was actually seeing better than 20/20 in one eye and 20/20 in the other. So together, they made up 20/20. And, and I had a little bit of astigmatism that had kind of come through there. So meaning that, it was a little bit of a blur to the sharp edges of letters and stuff like that. So that kind of explained everything. But my doctor at the time said that, no, there's no need for you to get a corrective surgery, and that, basically margin of error for the surgery really wasn't worth doing such a minor correction just to have that like super perfect super perfect vision back again at like 15, 20 or whatever. So here we are. We're almost at 8 years, and I went back to the doctor. It was time for my my next checkup. So I thought, oh, why not? Let's just see how we're doing. So basically, I went in there. They, the usual, you had to read the kind of letters on the wall, and then they put the little machine, I don't know what's called, on your face, and then they would adjust the different dials and see if you could see better or worse with the different kind of lenses, which is kind of always fun. And then after that, they made my pupils really big, and she looked at the back of my eye. She'd also looked at the front of my eye because, of course, the surface of my eye is a different shape because of the procedure I had done. So they want to check that every year, make sure it's not getting too thin or they're experiencing some complications from that. So they checked all that out, and then they have a really cool machine now where they scan the back of my eye and they take a picture of the retina that receives the light and my nerve back there, the optic nerve. So that was really interesting to see. And also they took a look. I know you guys know that Royce has glaucoma. He had glaucoma in the one eye, and it was because he had a problem draining the liquid out of his eye through the natural methods. And so they screened for that in people too. And so I was able to see how well the drain, as it were, for the liquid that my eye produces, how that is, if it's looking good or if it's not. So that was very, very fascinating. So anyway, what was the verdict? Well, overall, she was really impressed. And even though, so I noticed kind of now, I did notice about 3 years ago, like I always say, in lower lighting, I find sometimes it's hard to kind of resolve some the letters on the street sign completely. But certainly bright summer, sunny days, I don't have that issue at all. So basically, she said that my vision is still 20/20. I think I'm really used to having, when they first corrected me, it was like overcorrected. So it was like awesome. So I haven't really changed all that much, she says, over the years, which is super amazing. So that's good. There's a slight little correction there. Astigmatism, she said, is actually better in the one eye than it was previously when I tested it. But she said, with my, as I'm getting older and stuff, I might feel more comfortable if I wear a very minor prescription while I'm driving at night. So if I'm finding, I'm having not the best vision in poor light conditions, I can wear a mild, really low prescription glasses if I want, but not mandatory. It's not at the point where I can't drive or have my license taken away or restrictions or things like that. So that's good. Like I said in a previous video, so with the type of PRK surgery, the group that I went with, they had sort of a little insurance that if you went a couple of years to get the eyes checked, that they would correct them for free. If your astigmatism was beyond a certain number, or if your vision went to 20/40, which is obviously worse than 20/20. But I'm not there yet. So again, really not worth having the procedure done again. Not worth the cost. And, it's normal to have your vision change as you get older. So I'm not disturbed by the fact that has happened about, start after about 3 years of the surgery. I know it's a slight little, need for a little correction, and even now a little bit, but she said I can still get away with 20/20. I can read that line, nothing, no glasses, nothing. I can read it. It's a little bit of work for that bottom line, but it's not I'm not totally guessing or anything like that. So that was a positive. The other thing, though, I have been noticing, and this is just age related, which we all get to that point, is reading close up. So I started noticing, I would say last year or so, reading a book or whatever, you're here. I do notice, if you're trying to put the book a little bit further out. Yes, the time has come for that. However, they have this test where they make you read something and it's a specific distance from your face, and they're like, oh, what's the smallest line you can read? And I mean, I can read the 20/20, no problem, but I do notice I could read better than that before. And certainly when I was very nearsighted, that really amplified that I could see things super close. I could put stuff right here and see the detail. I was really good at my close-sighted vision, but the far was awful. It was complete blur. So when I got my eyes corrected with the PRK laser surgery, my close-up vision, I couldn't put stuff close to my face like that anymore. And as I get older, obviously, I can notice I am putting things farther and farther out. But she says right now, I don't need it really. She's like, if I wanted to, and I do feel comfortable sometimes with really close-up work, to just wear a cheapy little reader from the drugstore. I don't even need a 0.25 even. It's really not that well, actually, sorry, like 1.25, sorry. It's really not that bad. So actually, you know what? She told me I only need a 0.75, but I think the thing, like this lowest one you can get from the drugstore is like a 1.25 or something, or a 1. But she said I need maybe like a 0.75 for close up. But honestly, I don't. Like, I can read a book, don't get me wrong, without it. But I just sometimes, if I'm doing really close, fine work, I feel more comfortable, especially in low lighting, to wear like a little cheap reader from the drugstore, which is great because I used to spend so much money on glasses, for just my distance and everything. And then to think, now I'm going to have to get into a progressive or something like that. So anyway, don't really want to go there. But so just got some cheapy stuff. They gave me free samples actually of like a progressive contact if I wanted to try it. Again, super low correction for distance, really low correction for reading. And it's kind of cool, but again, it's something stuck in your eye and you have to deal with it. And I really don't have to use it, but it's there and they were free. So I was like, sure, I'll take them. So then they gave me about like 10 samples or something like that. So that was pretty good. Everything else with the back of my eye and the front of my eye looks okay. My cornea is thin because they take away the surface of your eye so that it forms to a new shape so you can see more crisply. So if I ever have cataracts in the future, which a lot of people get with age and probably sun exposure and genetics, I'll have to have a kind of a different procedure to change out or to put in like new lenses. So but so far so good. No major issues, no issues with bubbling or whatever my cornea. Everything looks fine. My fluid drains normally from the eyes, so that was good. And yeah, so I really lucked out. I did not get any side effects that some people report with these PRK or LASIK eye surgeries. I don't have any permanent nerve damage or dry eyes or anything like that. And that's like part of the reason why I don't really need the correction. I can get away with like glasses or contacts of a minor prescription if I felt like it. I feel like the surgery itself, it's a big undertaking cost-wise, and there are some side effects that some people unfortunately have experienced for a lifetime, like corneal pain, like nerve pain, and then like maybe their vision isn't what they wanted exactly, or dry eye, which can be quite painful. So I did really well post-op. So I don't want to kind of rock the, upset the apple cart or like rock the boat with anything. I really don't want to, take my chances again. I think it was worth the risk at the time because I was really struggling with my vision. And I just felt kind of like I get lost in the woods if my glasses fell off and I never come out. So that would be bad. So my doctor and I agree that's not really appropriate to go back in. And especially now with my close-up vision, I noticed a very early change. They'd have to correct one eye for close and one eye for distance, which they can do. And I know people have had that done, but I think I would just feel really weird. Sorry, the dog just wants that. I think that would just feel really weird to have that because your brain has to eventually get used to working with that because one's seeing super close to this far away. I don't think I'd be okay with that. They can give you contacts in the meantime to kind of step it down so your brain slowly adapts to that, but it's just kind of weird. I don't know. It's not something I want to do. And with everything I do, there's always the pros and the cons, and I just say, is it really worth it and stuff like that. So anyway, I think for now we're going to keep things as is. And of course, as always, I'm going to keep you guys updated as to how everything is going with my eyes. Yeah, excited. I can't believe it's been almost 8 years come February. That's just insane. And I've got lots of videos on it, like recovery tips, and I did the whole procedure blog. So you can watch that one, and I have my 3-year, and this is kind of my 7-8 year update. So go back and watch those videos if you like, and good luck for anyone who's having the procedure, either LASIK or PRK. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave them down below in the comments, because clearly I've had this procedure a while ago, and I know all about the recovery and sort of how things kind of go as things go along. All right, hope you guys have a wonderful week. Enjoy it. I don't know where you are, but right now, super nice day out. Now the sky's opened up, and I've got my Oakleys, so I can keep these little peepers protected and go from there. All right, have a good one. Take care. Bye for now. Cheers.